This isn't really a album review at all. Just subject I want to talk about, and since I feel like I'm on a roll, uh, we're going to discuss it again. Excuse this is being my phone's charging right now. I don't have. I have a Chromebook right here. I probably need to update, but kind of the whole point of this is to work with what you got. Give you this 1998 video right here, as far as the video quality goes. But you get the point. You can see the grays. His eyebrows are on fleek. With all seriousness, though, I'm going to talk about my friend Robert right now. I'm not going to give a last name or anything, but he was one of the most talented people I ever grew up with. Like, I mean, anything this guy touched, anything. Like, he knew how to circuit bend, which is kind of like take apart electronics and create music from them. He knew how to DJ, he knew how to build bikes. Um, Great pool player, good boxer, for a little Polynesian guy. Everything this guy touched, he excelled at, like, just everything. And I remember, I hadn't seen him in a few years, and then we went to this show. It's not an album review, it's Small Peddlers. It's cool, it's signed by all the members. He actually gave this to me as last thing he gave me as a birthday present, and I remember seeing his drinking. I've been an alcoholic Irish, but I mean I remember seeing how much he drank that night. Kind of had a realization that, like, maybe I have a problem too. But anyway, future, go forward. I moved out from the West to Tennessee about 15 years ago, and great decision. And so I had to go back. This was about 11 years ago to figure out my ID situation because they wouldn't renew it here. And so when I went back there, I spent a few days with him. He was one of the few people I actually wanted to see. And I'm not trying to, again, make this go out or anything. I don't know if I'm even the greatest storyteller, but so his routine was he woke up about 10 a.m. And he would the first thing he would do is he'd buy 2 Colt 45s or Magnum. He switched it up the 3 days I was there, and then he would drink till about 1:32 is about the thing, and then take a little nap, wake up, eat like a really small meal, and then he would drink a bottle of tequila. I think it was Tito's, yeah. And then I'm talking about a full fifth. And then he would drink 3 Colt 45s on top of that bottle. So he would space that out from, I would say, about 4 till about 1 in the morning. And all 3 nights, mind you, he was about 32 at the time. He pissed and crapped himself. And it was just very, very sad. Again, this guy was like the best bass player I knew, and everything he did he was so good at. And last time I talked to him, he, in the town he grew up in, which was Huntington Beach, he was working at a Dollar General, and he said, like, he would see people like with families and stuff, and he was like facing an amputation in his leg from drinking himself into like a diabetic state. He couldn't even work longer than 4 hours because of the neuropathy in his feet, and he said just it made him very suicidal. Understandably, I couldn't imagine that. To me, that's kind of my own version of hell. But anyway, he less than a year ago he drank himself to death at 39. And I mean, he was, last picture, mind you, this guy was 5'3" and probably 140 soaking wet. And the last picture I saw of him, and what I was told, he was over 300 pounds, and just, you can see the blotchiness. He was purple, the circulation in his skin. I hate the glamorization of alcohol. It's almost destroyed me several times, and I'm not town talking anyone that has temperance and could actually control themselves, but it definitely imprisoned me, and it took his life. He was way too young to go out that way. You know, it's a horrible, miserable existence. He had he even had opportunity, but he had just so much potential, and sadly, people like that end up destroying themselves. I hope that if any of y'all are struggling with anything, that you know that there's resources out there. Heck, you could find me, research Patrick McCullough on Facebook or whatever. I've worked in the field for 11, 12 years now. I'm not perfect. I don't have all the answers, but I will help you gain the resources. Have a good day.